Welcome to December's YouthCast. I'm Joanne Cortes.
And I'm Teddy Williamson. We're coming to you from the studios of the Greater New York Conference Media Center.
On November 20th, the conference held our annual consecration, graduation, and investiture service, returning once again to the Manhattan Seventh-day Adventist Church located on 11th Street in downtown Manhattan. This year, there were a total of 184 candidates that graduated from their respective Master Guide, PLA, PIA, ALA, AIA, AYLC, and AES courses.
184 graduates represent the largest class ever to graduate within Greater New York Conference. In a manner befitting a conference located in the most influential city in the world, an equally high-profile and highly sought-after speaker was brought in for the occasion. Now, this year, Pastor Daniel Jackson, the newly elected president of the North American Division, was announced as speaker for the morning's consecration service. Pastor Jackson and his wife, Donna, was greeted by a delegation of pastors, conference, and youth leaders at the LaGuardia Airport. Pastor and Mrs. Jackson were able to visit a few of New York's tourist attractions, including a moving downtown stop at Ground Zero. Pastor Jackson has served as pastor in Alberta, British Columbia, and Ontario, Canada, as well as Sri Lanka and India. In addition, Pastor Jackson has also served as president of 2 different conferences located in Canada. Most recently, Pastor Jackson was made president of the North American Division during this year's General Conference session in Atlanta, Georgia.
After a quick lunch break, the afternoon investiture service was set to begin. Once again, we were able to impress and hopefully inspire Pastor Jackson with the announcement that according to all the research that has been done, Greater New York Conference was the first conference in the NAD and quite possibly the world to graduate a class of candidates from the Adventure Instructor Award program. We hope that with this addition, we can continue to train the youth and interested adults of today for the leadership of tomorrow. Through this and future programs, the conference fully expects to be pushing for more than 200 graduates at 2011 graduation service.
As is always the case, our Conference Youth Ministries Department took this special occasion to recognize a few group of people that have had a tremendous impact on both the local conference and the world around us. This year, the conference looked to recognize two special group of people. The first, the Conference Youth Secretaries back through the time, including Tina DeFranco, Mirina Perez, Diaselma Melgar, Marisol Forrester, Joanne Cortes, and Veronica Chow. Without these individuals, most of the events that the Youth Ministries Department has put on over the years would not have been possible. The second group was a contingent of conference members and leaders that volunteered their time in Haiti, assisting ADRA with various humanitarian relief efforts that has been needed since the earthquake in January of this year. We ask you please to remember to pray for everyone in Haiti, as a long recovery is still ahead for them.
In other news, the Adventist Youth Ministries leadership team, formed by AY and Pathfinder coordinators, instructors, events team, and the newly formed youth media team members, held its annual planning and retreat weekend earlier this month. After being held in New Jersey's Tranquil Valley Camp for the past few years, this year's retreat was held at our own Camp Berkshire. This year, the retreat took on a slightly different format as the conference leadership looks to focus on community service and evangelism projects that take the youth out into the community. The retreat was used as a chance to cement some of the program's ideas and themes for the upcoming 2011 year. The retreat was jointly run by Angel Reyes and my co-host, Teddy Williamson. Teddy, tell us about it. How'd it go?
Well, Joanne, it was a wonderful experience. As mentioned at the retreat, it can be intimidating to lead our leaders. However, thanks to the cooperation of everyone involved, it was a great weekend. Angel and I was asked by Pastor Cortes, our youth director, to lead the weekend's activity as he was not feeling well and needed the weekend to recover from his illness. However, Pastor Cortes was able to join us via video conferencing as he embraced the technology that most of our youth are currently using today. Pastor Cortes joined us 2 occasions over the weekend and agreed that while he missed being with us, that spending time and resting was the best thing for him.
Yes, Teddy, Jose is doing so much better, thank you. Indeed, the rest was good for him, so thank you for your prayers, and thank you for your prayers for Jose. As the conference looks to embrace additional technologies and resources that are now available, they invited Pastor Ruben Marino from the Adventist Community Service Department to join them this year at the retreat. There, he announced that the Youth Ministries Department will be launching a new youth media ministry that will be working closely with Adventist Community Service Department. The Youth Media Ministry will be covering and reporting on many of the conference-wide Adventist youth evangelism and community service projects throughout the year. The Youth Media Ministry is specifically charged with using the best combination of email, video, picture and online media to keep the message of Jesus' love relevant and accessible by today's tech-savvy youth.
As mentioned, the focus of the Youth Department of the Greater New York Conference in 2011 will be one that focuses on community service and evangelism. During the retreat, the conference leadership took the time to focus on these items as the area leaders met in small groups to discuss various options that are available to both the local churches and the various regions of the conference. It was decided that whatever the area, with Bronx, Brooklyn, Queens, Long Island, Staten Island, or upstate, will undertake an area-wide community service initiative that will run throughout the year. The aim here is to show the local communities that the Seventh-day Adventist Church is an active member of the community that has the interests and needs of all the people in mind. Well, Joanne, let's talk about some of the events the department has planned for us next month.
Well, Teddy, there are a few exciting events planned. The first is a day of prayer and fasting on January 1st. While you will find a number of these on the official conference youth calendar for 2011, this one holds a special meaning. On this day, the entire worldwide Seventh-day Adventist Church is observing this day. We encourage all those who are healthy enough to participate. Additional info regarding prayer and fasting can be found on the conference youth website. Another event that's planned is one of the best attended and most enjoyed events of the year. On Sunday, January the 2nd, the conference is holding their annual ski trip to Big Boulder Mountain in Blakesley, Pennsylvania. Tickets for this event will be available on site starting at 9 a.m. As always, tickets for this event have been deeply discounted and include all needed equipment and lift tickets. Come out and enjoy the snow with all your friends and family. For additional information, please go to the conference website at www.gnycyouth.com and click on the news items where a detailed flyer is available. Please remember to be safe as possible while enjoying the slopes.
Joanne, that really sounds like great fun for all at a very good price. Speaking of good price and the economy, the Youth Department has designated Saturday, January 8th as the first local church mission day of the year. On this day, our conference youth department is asking all AY, pathfinders, adventurers, young adults, and adults who are willing to participate to take part in praying for local businesses near your church. We're asking that you take this chance to circulate throughout your local neighborhood in small groups to pray for as many businesses as possible. This is a great way to show the community that we are concerned about those around us, as well as a chance to spread God's gospel beyond the church walls.
Finally, the conference will be having the 2011 Youth Congress from Friday, January 21st through Sunday, January 23rd at the Hilton in Stamford, Connecticut. The program will focus on training leaders and youth in the areas of evangelism, small group ministry, and preaching. In addition to the various Pathfinder, Adventure, AYLC, and AES core programs that are offered each year. This year's lineup will include the physical and mental health track, the Adventist education track, and 2 new programs, the Adventist Youth Media Certification and the Health Volunteer Core Certification. All candidates who would like to take any of these certification courses for the year are required to be present for the weekend and take part in the dedication service. For those interested, registration forms and information can be found on the conference website, www.gnycyyouth.com. Thanks for watching the December YouthCast. I'm Joanne Cortes.
And I'm Teddy Williamson. We leave you now with a special holiday message from our Youth Director, Pastor Jose Cortes. And remember, please check back with us in January for YouthCast.
This is a time we cannot ignore. Another year filled with blessings, victories, defeats, happy moments, as well as sad occasions is almost over. During these December days here in New York and throughout many countries of the world, it is impossible to miss the season. Though we know Jesus was most likely not born on December 25th, one thing we can be happy for is that he was born, that he lived and died for us, and that today he intercedes in our behalf. Christmas season is a time when most Americans are willing to think and reflect about their spiritual lives. So don't waste this opportunity arguing about dates and trees. Let's take advantage of the Christmas season to share Jesus with others. Jose, Joel, would you like to say something?
Yes.
All
What would you like
right.
to say, Joel?
Christmas.
Christmas is about giving.
And how about you, Jose? What would you like to say?
Jesus.
Jesus is the reason for the season.
That's right. This
All
time
right.
of the year, though a very happy season for many, can also be very sad and depressing for others. due to separation, distance, loss of a job, sickness, and loss of a loved one. If you find yourself in this situation, please don't stay shut in. Look for others who are in need and give. A smile, a hug, a call, a visit, flowers, food, a nice book, toys can do lots for someone in need during the holidays. Giving will lift your spirit. You'll feel much better. Take time to teach the Christmas story to your neighbors, friends, kids, and youth. If it was not for God who gave his son Jesus, there would be no hope for our world.
We as a family wanted to take this moment to encourage you and wish you well. Remember, the mercies of God are new every morning, and his blessings are available to you right now. It is by his grace that I can assure you that your life is not a failure, your mistakes are not fatal, and your best is still to come. On behalf of our Adventist Youth Ministries leadership team and the thousands of youth and young adults in the Greater New York Conference, we want to thank you for your hard work and commitment. You have been a blessing to many.
As we end 2010, we would like to wish you hope, happiness, and health. But above all things, we want to encourage you to keep your hope on the day we will be face to face with Jesus.
2011 will be an awesome year. We look forward to joining hands together as we work hard to reach God's city, your city, my city. We pray for you, and of course, we love you.